What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you everything you need to eat in order to get above 200 pounds with a six-pack and how to get high tech. So I just went to the store and I felt like making this video, but this was $140. I got some extra duplicates of this stuff. I couldn't really fit it all on the table. But starting off, we're going to start off with the most important foods that we got here. So most important food on here is ground beef. I'm 6'5", I eat around 2 pounds a day with some eggs for my protein, but basically almost every micronutrient on the planet in ground beef. It's the cheapest if you don't want to ball out and get steaks. I got some ribeyes in there, but I put them in the fridge already because it was getting cold. So basically every micronutrient on the planet, most bioavailable food source. At Aldi, you can get organic grass-fed beef, 100% grass-fed for like $6 a pound, which is a great deal. So if there's an Aldi near you, or you could order it online for like $6 a pound roughly for ground beef. But ribeye is usually like $20 to $30 a pound, and that's expensive. But if you have that money, definitely I'd rather just go with ribeyes and whole steak every day. But we got 85-15 beef, and we also have some 93.7. This is all they have left, so I just took both. But if you're cutting, you could definitely go 93.7. If you're bulking, you could go 85-15. But I always go beef over chicken because cows are polygastric animals that have multiple stomachs, so it can digest the feed a lot easier and it's a lot more quality. But there's like basically no places that sell pasture-raised chicken, turkey, or pork besides Sprouts. They have like pasture-raised chicken, but there's more nutrients in here anyway, so you're getting more bang for your buck. The second protein source that we got, that's the first protein source. Second protein source are pasture-raised eggs. You want to get pasture-raised because the micronutrient bioavailability is way higher. When chickens actually, what they're supposed to fucking eat. When they eat bugs, insects, grass, not corn and soy feed. Going back to the polygastric versus monogastric animals, you know, they have to be eating great feed when they're monogastric. So chicken is a small animal, one stomach, has to be eating pasture-raised. Pasture-raised means they're not feeding bullshit. They're not being fed bullshit, they're just eating what they're supposed to eat. So I got 2 cartons of those. So if I'm eating 2 packs of ground beef, I probably want a day. I got some ribeyes, so I have 6 packs here. I got like 2 pounds of ribeyes. I probably should have gotten more for a week, but you can do the math. Okay, going towards carbs. So complex carbs, simple carbs. We got the ones that are more complex. So we got white rice and sweet potatoes, organic of course. Brown rice has heavy metals, so we do not want brown rice. And sweet potatoes are more nutrient dense than regular potatoes, and they have beta carotene. So if you want to get tan, I like using these. It helps me get tan. I'd probably eat like 2 of these a day when I'm cutting, maybe 3 to 4 when I'm bulking, depending on what I'm eating. But sometimes I mix and match. Like in college, they had a omelet station at the cafeteria, so I would eat 20 eggs a day from there because I had a free meal plan. Then I would cook up 1 pound of ground beef just to save money. But I think beef's better than eggs, but at a minimum you should have 6 to 8 eggs per day, depending on your size. But yeah, of course, these aren't organic, but this is. And I don't eat the skin on potatoes because there's oxalates in the skin. So I just bake them, cut open the inside, or cut open the middle, and eat the inside. So I don't really care if there's pesticides or not. I'll rinse it with water. And that's kind of the same here. Like I really only get organic berries because you have to eat the skin. But there's no skin on these. They cut them, they shave them all off. So I get regular organic or regular mango chunks that aren't organic because I like the skin. But these are good because they're really low calorie. If you're cutting frozen fruit, frozen blueberries are better. They didn't have any that were organic because you don't peel the skin off. There's no skin on these, so got these. We got organic berries. These are great for cutting. Lots of vitamins, minerals, very low calorie. Blackberries are more in season. In the summer they taste better, so I got more of those, and these are more expensive and they're not in season. So got 6 packs of blackberries. There's like $2.50 a pack. That's a steal. They're amazing. Avocados are one of the best fruits on the planet. Loads of magnesium, has boron in it, so I definitely eat 1 of these a day at least, maybe 2 if I'm bulking. We got oranges. Once again, I don't care if it's organic. Ideally, you would get organic everything, but at Aldi they didn't have it, which is kind of a shame. So I get these because they're very hydrating. You got potassium, a lot of potassium in there, lots of vitamin C, which is great for you. And if you're dehydrated, a big sign of dehydration is having brain fog or headaches. So making sure that you get all of your electrolytes, either mineral, sea salt, or fruit, and calcium you can get from raw dairy. They don't have raw dairy yet, Aldi, but getting in all the 4 key electrolytes is a key and a hack that a lot of people mess up on. But speaking of electrolytes, we got coconut water. You want to make sure it's not from concentrate, which means they don't pasteurize it as much. There's like multiple types of pasteurization. They put like chemicals in one, they boil the other. This one is the least processed or pasteurized one that they have. So you want to make sure this is not from concentrate. There's lots of electrolytes. There are some calories, but 200 calories in the whole thing, it's a pretty big thing. But if you're sweating a lot, exercising, it's definitely great to have this, especially if you're doing cardio outside. We also got a special Puerto Rican avocado. These ones just taste a little bit better, a little higher quality, a little more expensive, but I just wanted to switch it up, have some variety. And then we got some mangoes as well. I just love mangoes, probably my favorite fruit. One of my favorite fruits now. I just love the taste, the texture. But yeah, I mean, if I were someone who was 5'10", 170 pounds, trying to get jacked, trying to get shredded, what I would eat from here is 1.5 pounds of beef, 8 eggs, probably 2 potatoes here, an avocado, an orange, a banana. Oh yeah, we have bananas. Half a cup of this, and probably like a whole thing of berries per day. And if you're getting your sea salt in, maybe sneak some raw honey in there. That's basically all you need to get high test, jacked, and shredded. But a big mistake I see people make is that they mix in processed food with us. They'll eat a lot of red meat, a lot of fruit, and then they'll eat 2 cheat meals on the weekend, or they'll drink alcohol with it, or they'll eat dairy. The thing is, you have to go all in and be 100% strict, but this food tastes amazing. I also have the ribeyes in there. You got ribeyes. This food tastes amazing. So if you want to get high test shredded, you have to eat all this stuff and be really strict with it. Also, bananas. Bananas have a lot of carbs, a lot of sugar. Not the best, but before the gym, it's really good to have a good pump and give you that extra glycogen to put in your muscles. So obviously, before the gym, it's great to eat fruit. I would not eat rice or potatoes right before the gym. A little bit harder to digest, it takes a little longer. So at least 2 hours before the workout, or definitely the day before, better to eat these. But if you're in a pinch and you want to get quick carbs, raw honey, maple syrup, or fruit is always the key to go. And also, this has a lot more fat. Like avocados have a lot of fat, so you don't really want to eat those right before the gym. But bananas are good, oranges are good, berries are good, mangoes are pretty good. But yeah, also as a pre-workout snack, this is a little bit of an extra tip. If you want to have some protein, you can have beef or eggs, but you do not want to mix much else with them. They will digest quick if you just eat them plain before the gym. But even if you mix the fruit, my stomach gets a little messed up. The pH of the acid in your stomach gets messed up. So if you're gonna have some protein before the gym, just have eggs by themselves, just have beef by themselves. But yeah, that's about it. This is the grocery haul. And if you feel like you need help getting on a lifting routine, a dieting routine, a lifestyle routine where you optimize everything to get high test, to get jacked, to get shredded, feel free to book a call with me for my one-on-one coaching, where I guarantee I can help you get jacked and shredded. I don't know if you already eat some of this stuff, if you're not seeing the results you want. There's always something someone's doing wrong. It's impossible for you not to gain. I have a client who's 73 right now, about to turn 74, who's lost 10 pounds in a month. Like if he can do it, you guys can do it in 1 month. 10 pounds in 1 month, you guys can do it too, 100%. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments, and have a good day.